Jared Witts head-to-head with Callum Sinclair. He's a Sydney boy, is Witts. See how he goes here. The Gold Coast ruckman. No one won it decisively first time around. Witts got a socker to it. Zach Jones tracking it down, but the intensity high from Swallow. Breaks the way of Powell, but that won't be coming out. And Harbrow. And a free kick given away by Rampy as King led up.
That is a really interesting matchup. Harbrow is their probably most attacking player off half-back, so they've given him the big job on Papley, so he's going to try to hurt Papley again the other way, and that's not good there. That's a shoulder dislocation for Callum Sinclair with the right shoulder dislocation from this fall onto the ground, so that's a massive impact.
Out of the goal square comes Day. He applied the pressure on Aliir. They got it to Sexton, who got the kick away, but only through for a minor score in the end. Low votes in that upset win here last year with a couple of amazing goals from beyond 50. Sam Day trying to keep it locked in. Sexton on the follow-up, and Sexton normally a very good finisher, and he's got all of the points so far.
75% of Alex Sexton's goals are snapped over his left shoulder on his right slipper. He does this extremely well. Second effort, gets to his feet and snaps it around. So that's a good start from the Gold Coast, and they've got to put pressure defensively on the Sydney Swans, but more importantly, they've got to make the most of their forward 50 entries.
Suns back six, standing up early as Miles plays on to Weller.
We're out here.
He loves this matchup against the Swans, doesn't he? Lockie Weller, seeing plenty of it early on, and now Wright from a tough angle can go back and think about it.
Long kick.
So he kicks from right on 50, Peter Wright, to continue this amazing start, denied by the post. That shoulder strapped up, so it looks like he's right to go. Great news for the Swans. We'll see how he fares against Witts in the coming minutes as O'Riordan, great kick out in front of Reed.
At forward 50.
17 goals, 8 so far this year. He's been hitting them pretty well of late, trying to bend it back, and he did. Great judgment from Sam Reed for the Swans first. Yeah, delightful kick from O'Riordan. His medical staff, he looked like he was well aware of what his body was doing when he initially picked up that shoulder problem, and he's able to get back out there once they put it back in and relieve the pain.
Throwing the ball up. Throwing the ball up. Back this way.
Yeah, it's pretty soft. We were out there earlier, Lynchy, so the umpires have made the call to just throw it up from now on rather than bounce it in the middle of the SCG. As Miles gets a kick away. In the body battle with Witts. Great hands. Turning around was Ronk, and a little chip kick gives Blakey every chance.
He can kick this. He's going to pass it off. He's got Heaney all alone. Probably a tougher angle. Well, no, it's Rose, is it?
Some shoulder strapping going as well as young James Rose. He'll kick from about 47 metres out and near side. It down to a teammate in front in Kennedy. Now Rose. Good contact across his body. Blakey. Well, that's a free kick. He can go back and have a shot from about 35.
See the marking contest here, and from the front, big Witsy's come in like a truck. That's dangerous.
Gee whiz.
It's aggressive.
This young man, the 19-year-old rising star Nom, during the week, and right through the middle. Blakey on the board in the opening term. He's a player that everyone loves, including Buddy Franklin, who's
right, just had to push back harder.
Sinclair got front position that time. The ruck work exceptional to Heaney. Now Kennedy, that's bending back, won't have the distance though. Got the fans excited for a moment. Well played. Used the body by McCartan. How's the goalkeeper work? Intensity all over the ground right now. Joyce with poise. Had to look for a teammate, did Powell. He found one. On the follow-up was Day. Now Joyce. Chain of handballs comes to an abrupt end, doesn't know. The soccer works out. King's recovered, goes to right, and only one man inside forward 50. Got delisted at the end of last season, then picked up again in the rookie draft. It's his first go in the AFL in 2019 to level the scores. The ball drop looked a little awkward, and they've hit that post again.
The other good thing about that play was on the...
Dawson using his right boot. You won't see that too often. It made it a little awkward for Jones, who couldn't stick the mark, and that turnover. Keen to pass it off early on, but he's gone back and had the shot, and he's hit this one so sweetly. And the Suns are in front again by a point. Brilliant from Shear in his first game in 2019.
See if he comes back out after quarter time.
Yeah, one of their top 10 picks from last year. And look at Sinclair, he's gone again. You just wonder whether he'll be able to continue now after a second flare-up on that shoulder.
Stewie Juice just put Jack Martin behind the ball, just wants to get to quarter time.
Yeah, that's popped out again, so...
He wants to get to quarter time as well.
No, he wants to get off now. That's a lot of pain there. That hasn't lasted. That will be the last we'll see of him today. Just popped straight out.
During that hole on Witts, and then he copped a little bit from his teammate as well. Melican over the top, looking for Florent. Siren sounds. And will Callum Sinclair be able to continue in the second term? He's been in the wars in this opening quarter, and it's a great contest we're watching. The Suns edging their way in front. You think back to quarter time.
Seconds, you'll see it here on the screen. He falls awkwardly on that right shoulder. This was in the opening minute of the game. That shoulder was clearly dislocated on the ground. The doctors and the physios ran out, tried to put it back in, came off the ground, got it taped up, and then you'll see again in this ruck contest here, it just slips out again. At quarter time, he did come off the ground. That shoulder was still out, and he wasn't a very happy man, of course.
Weller goes back to Ellis, and he elects to kick to Lukosius. Look out, he played on, and Reed got him. Just got a handball away, but it results in a turnover. Jones having a shot, ricocheted off a teammate. It fell for Ronk, and he's going to get a free kick back where the tackle occurred.
What's the free kick for? What's the actual free kick for? It was a vicious tackle. It was full of anger.
Too hard.
Was it too high?
The too hard rule.
I thought it looked initially through with the tackle. Here it comes. That's nothing wrong with it, is there? Or was it the slam at the end?
The dumping motion there, they didn't like. Of course, but he's only kicked 2 goals, 3 so far in 2019. What can he do with this one? Looks pretty good off the boot. Fans love it. And Ben Ronk kicks the first of the second term.
Just the very end of this tackle here, that's fine. And then that little dump into the ground there, the umpire didn't like. And if we're serious about protecting their head, well, that's the stance we have to take as a code. So
in his young AFL career, game number 16 today for Will Brodie from 51 metres away. Always going across the face. Boundary umpire, the Gold Coast Suns work it out to Shear. Right on the lead towards the arc. So can Wright get the journey from about 55. Gets a good piece of it all the way through from Peter Wright. That's some kick from the young man. 2 metre Peter on the board.
Be good build up, patience, and then just a 35-metre pass. Easy, just run into that. And then we know Peter Wright can kick goals from outside 50 quite comfortably.
As far as King, who's back out there after being given the all clear on the concussion front. Ronk. Oh, the bounce eluded Harbrow. Rose is over the top. He's trying to give teammates every chance. Kicks out in front of Reed. How clever was that? Not wasting much time. He's ready to go. Here's Sam Reed trying to become the game's first multiple goal kicker. No problem at all. Sam Reed is in the mood tonight. Knight gets a socker to it. Row bottom v Brodie. Lloyd off the back of the square, left it behind for Martin, who's driven into the turf, and he'll get the free kick.
Let it up here, let it up! Let it up! Right on
A little bit going on. The umpire gets on top of that as Martin takes that free kick and puts it out in front of Day, who got off the chain. And he gets 50 as well as Jones carelessly.
Day, who's going to have his first shot at goal from 45, 48 metres on a tough angle. Now it's a lay-down Mazaire on the goal line.
Well, they're letting Zach Jones know about it. Sam Day is the beneficiary in just his second game of the year. The former pick 3 is on the board.
Just see here, that's a nice pass and lead, but Jones just goes straight across the mark.
Stay tough in this next 10 minutes.
Martin hooks a kick up towards McPherson again. He did well after the bounce did him no favours initially, and leading up and taking the mark is Ben King after recovering from that head knock. They didn't like the way Rampy followed through.
And they should pay 50. There's no doubt it's there.
This year, Ben King. He's kicked 2 goals, 1 each of the last 2 weeks. Bit of action on the mark from Rampy, and he put him off. One move to Richmond And now in his first year with the Suns. Free kick's been picked out and it's going the way of the Suns again.
Holding the man.
Looking Miles to here to give them a 7-point lead. And the former Giant does the job, and again, it's kicking off. Plenty of feeling between these two clubs. It's game on at the SCG.
At half-time, they need to convert those and need to win these sort of congested situations in their forward half.
Just with the breeze the way it is right now.
Alir's deep.
He drives it low. Alir is there and it falls in his lap. Swans fans have never seen him kick one, and the umpire making sure he's on the right angle.
He's not really sure how this should go.
Alir to bring them to their feet at the SCG with his first goal ever in front of the home fans.
I want to canvass the thoughts of the studio audience on this one, because it doesn't look like you know what you're doing. But
I'll help you.
He hit it perfectly.
He can wheel and go. Jones is the shorter option. He's trying for that. Now he can play on.
Alir again.
Alir in the goal square. Jones is thinking goal and he's kicked it. That's what he's capable of when he gets inside forward 50, Zach Jones.
Wasn't required on this occasion. Jones hard running forward and converts his opportunity, but there were options in the corridor, so well done from 40. Looked to give off to start with, but thought, nah, I'll slot this one. That was well assessed from Jones, actually. He did look into Alir to start with and thought, no.
Back to Brodie. One-on-one in the pocket. O'Riordan v Day, or rather McCartan, who's playing down back on Day for his second of the term. He's not looking for goal, though, trying to tee it up. And
Or at least tell someone you're going to do it.
Yeah, I'm not going to bat real high if no one else knows you're doing it.
And that pocket is where a couple of Giants kicked goals from earlier this year. Cameron and Green both kicked goals from there.
Here.
He's got 15 stitches or so above the eyebrow, has Peter Wright. He's kicking reasonably well tonight, but I reckon this is the margin right now. Wright able to link up with McPherson, who got a useful kick away. Miles. Man handled, then dumped. That should be a free kick.
Driving tackle there.
And they were
Still going on over the line.
Well, McPherson's asking the question. I mean, Ronk knows where the boundary line is, and he finishes off that tackle well over the boundary line. Gets away with